Hey folks, just giving you an update schedule of videos. I'm taking a break from the channel to focus on the election, but I've got the evolution of food bites to hold you over pre-recorded and easy to put pictures on, so that shouldn't take much effort at all. I do have one more video to be released right before the election on how fascism rose that you definitely need to check out when it's available. After I've recovered from the election, I have scripts ready to go, all ready to record. So in the meantime, I recently found I got a few things wrong. Minor pedantic things, but still wrong, so I'll correct them. First off, in several videos, I defined a sole buyer of goods or services as a monopsony. It turns out the lady on Marketplace I was listening to, who's said it several times, must have been saying it fast, and it's actually pronounced monopsony with a P. My spell check thought I was wrong, but didn't have an alternative, though when I write monopsony, the spell check is fine and happy. One letter difference and it can't realize what I'm trying to type. Oh well. And next, I think 2 to 3 videos now I've made, I kind of made a big deal that Wyoming has half the population of Montana, but just as many representatives, meaning their voting power is double that the size of a Montanan and triple that of a Californian, and Congress hasn't fixed it by adding seats since 1941. 2 or 3 videos I watched made me aware of this difference. While true, it turns out it's not really that big a deal. If you divide the population up equally by 435, which is the number in the House, in 2010, you get a population of 711,000 people. Meaning that to fairly represent people in the House, you need one representative to represent 711,000 people. And for pretty much most of the US states that works. It's not true for Alaska, North Dakota, Vermont, and Wyoming. These fall under that number. Alaska and North Dakota are both within range of some of the rounding that other states have. Vermont is a blue state and Wyoming is a red state. So since we have a two-party system, Vermont and Wyoming will essentially cancel each other out in terms of actually voted on partisan issues. In a perfectly represented system, we would add around 92 members of the House. But really, are you really going to add that many seats and waste millions of taxpayer dollars just to ensure Wyoming doesn't have as much voting power? So that's why Wyoming has so much power in the House. Gerrymandering is a much worse issue that, thanks to GPS data, ensures that the GOP has up to 18 more seats in the House than they should have until Pennsylvania redistricted this year by court order, which could move that down to 14 to 15, and North Carolina's had that ordered, so that should drop it by at least another 3 as well. But unfortunately in 2020. So, sorry for making a big deal about this non-issue, but remember to register to vote before the 10th at least in my state, and get out and vote and volunteer if you can. I'll be driving people to the polls and trying to get over my anxiety about phone banking and canvassing. Do what you can, or you'll regret it in the future. Take care and freaking vote.